Hello, you're watching Total Coverage with Biggs and Blake. Let's get straight to the action.
Hi, Nils. Okay, seriously though, that was enough messing around. I'm here with Nils, and welcome to Total Coverage Live, and this is Library. So, what are you playing this week, Nils?
Reanimator Forever.
Reanimator Forever.
Yeah,
That sounds really
Infinite
awesome.
life combo.
How'd you do?
Not as good as last week.
You won the tournament last week.
Last week I went undefeated.
What was your record this week?
2-3.
Oh.
It was bad.
People put stuff in their sideboards to kill you?
Oh yeah, they did.
Let's look at the deck. So you're playing 23 land and you have a plethora of pretty much everything. Do you ever have any trouble getting your colors?
I did when I faced David, and on occasion I'll have trouble getting a green source. I don't understand why.
Okay.
In the opening turns. But as far as getting like black or white or red,
no problem at all.
No problem at all.
Does Cavern of Souls mess it up at all?
No. Cavern of Souls doesn't usually mess it up. As far as
Okay. So this is the Human Reanimator deck. So you're playing 4 Huntmasters and 4 Cartel Aristocrats and 4 Fiend Hunters.
Yes.
1 Cathedral Sanctifier and
4 Angels Glorious Rise.
We saw this deck last week. You played against Cameron, who was the Library of the Week. And, so we know how the combo works. Did you change it all from last week?
No, I changed the sideboard.
The sideboard change. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So it's just the basic combo. You play the Angel of Glory's Rise.
I take all the humans back, Cartel Aristocrat, some life gain dork, and Fiend Hunter targeting Angel of Glory's Rise, and then I sack everything except maybe a token. Then Fiend Hunter finally, and just repeat it over and over and over again until I have 7 trillion life or something.
And if you're using Huntmaster, you also get
the tokens.
So you can swing back and kill him. So you're playing Faithless Looting, Grizzly Salvage, and Mulch to mill yourself, or to put cards in your graveyard to be able to reanimate.
Yeah.
And then Farseek helps you get the colors.
Helps me accelerate turn 3 Huntmaster or turn 3 Reanimate if I need be.
Which is really good. That's one of the things that I really like about this deck is you don't need to do Reanimate at all. You can just kill them with Huntmaster.
Yeah, like when I faced Cameron last week, he got rid of my Angel of Glory's Rise,
which was dumb.
Yeah.
We already discussed that. Yes.
we have seen that. And I was able to with basically just Huntmaster and some Fiend Hunters, just keep safe and swing in, blow up his creatures, and just focus on when to cast spells and when not to cast spells.
Right. So Cartel Aristocrat is obviously what makes this work. About 11 months ago, this deck was same basic shell was seeing play in Innistrad Block Constructed, but they had to use Falcon Wrath Aristocrats, which isn't a human, so it doesn't come back with that, and I mean that just makes it broken. I'm fully confident that Wizards printed this thing on purpose, and they just want to make this deck broken. But another thing that I really like is Stomping Ground. I think Stomping Ground really makes this deck possible because it allows you to play Faithless Looting
turn 1
without having to play like 4 Blood Crypts. That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Yeah. So let's look at the sideboard. So you said you changed the sideboard a little bit from last week. What did you add?
Well, what I added wasn't so much add as replace, but I replaced Ray of Revelation with Naturalize, because what I found was the bigger problem wasn't so much Rest in Peace, but Graf Digger's Cage.
Sure. And which is metagame specific. We see a lot of Graf Digger's Cages here because not everybody plays.
And sideboard is for metagame.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. So Naturalize kills Graf Digger's Cage where a Ray of Revelation is not.
Also, these were an appetite for brains in the what was his name?
Brad Nelson's list.
I decided to Rest would probably be a better suit fit because as far as like big creatures go, I wasn't so much scared of it because I could gain life in the aggro matchup.
Sure.
But what I was really a little more afraid of was cancel spells, slaughter games, and basically anything that went after my combo.
Right. That makes sense. The Purify the Graves are for the mirror match or for other Reanimator decks?
Mirror match and also Snapcaster, because there was times when someone with Snapcaster, target, I don't know, an unsummon, I would just be like, purify the grave, the unsummon, in response to the target.
And then for the really fast aggro matchups, you have 3 continuous sanctifiers, so you can go up to a total of 4 in the main deck.
Yeah.
How often do you just go aggro?
Do I just go aggro? Not too often.
Really?
Not, well, if by turn 4 there's no, Unburial Rites in my graveyard's not too huge, I have to make a choice, either, keep digging or lay creatures.
Right.
I usually pick the lay creatures.
Yeah, that sounds like a suitable game. I guess we didn't talk about slaughter games. What are those for?
Slaughter games, I usually slaughter games with slaughter games, or I slaughter games their biggest threat.
I don't think I've ever named slaughter games with slaughter games.
Really?
I don't think I ever have. Well, I guess I've never really felt that threatened by it, but. So you said people are bringing in Grafdigger's Cage against you. What else is the bane of this deck?
Rest in peace. David, you'll see, used the ground seal, I believe.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't too frustrating because I was able to hard cast my angel, but then he laid down a Grafdigger's Cage. I was like, ah.
On top of it, so it
on
just
top.
shut you down.
It was frustrating.
Anything else that you can think of?
Not a whole lot.
Okay. What do you think your worst matchup is?
My worst matchup. My worst matchup would be a really good aggro deck.
So, have you played against the Jund aggro deck at all that plays like...
Yeah, I did play that against Balls last week.
Yeah, that deck is really, really good.
Oh, it was kind of
all the creatures have haste and probably just really stuck to play your creatures and block, try to stay alive long enough to Unburial Rites.
Yeah, and you use the Deathrite Shaman to get rid of
that's right. I forgot. It's on Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, you're screwed.
I like this deck a lot. I'm probably not going to run it next week, but it was a lot of fun to play.
Right on. All right, well, now we are going to see you play against Naya midrange.
Yeah.
You look kind of disappointed. Let's see it.
Okay, here we go with game 1. This is a Naya midrange versus Nils Reanimator, right?
I just want to address something for a second. I said total coverage live. And that was stupid, because we're not live, are we, Biggs?
No, we are not.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to say that. This is total coverage DSM. And we are in DSM. So, I don't know. I didn't look at David's list, but...
It looked like he had some really good stuff in there. I saw a Reckoner. I saw some Huntmasters. I saw, just some gas to get you going.
Or if he's ramping into something huge, or if he's just going aggro. I would still say that Nils probably has a strict advantage game 1, but I'm sure there's some amount of
there he showed it to us. Good for him.
Can't see it very well.
And I got a Farseeking Angel and lands.
A couple lands.
Yep.
He should be good.
And a salvage to get him started.
He only needs 4 lands to combo, so...
David has plenty of lands, it looks like.
I see 3 or 4 lands. Yeah, you can't really see. You guys gotta hold those lower. There's a tap Stomping Grounds.
Well, I think like all Naya mid-range, he has Thrag Tusken, Resto Angel, and that's pretty much the backbone of any Naya list, right? And I think that's probably, like I said, the backbone of any good Naya list. So, is Nils gonna Farseek here? She should, I'm guessing.
I think we're gonna see a Grizzly Salvage. Nope, it is a Farseek.
Would you salvage first or not, or does it matter?
I would probably play a Grizzly Salvage first, yes.
Okay.
But I can't recall if his hand has any more land in it or not. Maybe if you're sitting on 2 lands and you're holding a Farseek and a Grizzly Salvage, it is best to play the Farseek just to ensure it, because there is a chance that you could whiff and not see a single land off of the Grizzly Salvage.
Sure.
There is another land in his hand. I probably would have played the Salvage.
And, of course, David answers with a Reckoner right away.
Oh, sweet!
You must respect this card, I'm assuming, when it comes into play.
Absolutely.
It is a monster card right now.
I'm packing 3 Detention Spheres and an Oblivion Ring this week, and it's because of this guy.
Yeah. I think I'm going to rock some Bonds of Faith, honestly.
Yeah.
I know it's a cheap way out, but
no, that's fine.
You have to You have to respect and recognize the Reckoner.
The good thing about the Bonds of Faith is you know, you're playing Naya Humans, and you can just put it, you know, if you're in a position where you don't need to stop their guy, where you don't need to pacify their guy, you can just put it on your dude and make it bigger.
Sure. I don't think Nils is doing that tonight. I think he just has O-rings right in the board. Or what does he have to answer?
I don't think that there's any O-rings. You know, it's been a few days since I've looked at the list. I can't recall exactly what answers he would have for this. Fiend Hunter.
Sure.
Obviously.
Could he slaughter games it away?
That seems like a waste of a perfectly good slaughter game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah.
I guess if it's causing that much of a problem for you, but...
Better recognize, and Nils takes 3. Okay. Is just a staple right now, and...
Yeah, it's really, really
it's pretty much last year's Thragtusk, from what I can tell. I mean, every list has it now. You know, I've seen it from mid-range
if you can cast it, it should be in your deck because it's really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
It's one of those cards that you play it and they have to have an answer for it or they're just dead.
Not that I'm saying I could seem to a Reckoner, but you know, those, you know, if I'm playing anything with red or white, I have to assume that's in the deck, right?
So if you guys haven't figured it out yet, there's this trend where we play F&M that people use Pokemon cards for tokens, and here we see a Charmander, who is probably the coolest basic Pokemon. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't know, Tauros is pretty sweet, but Charmander.
Okay, so now you just get off your horse when you get back to Magic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're talking about Magic here, Blake.
Pokemon's cool. Get off my back.
David's in a pretty good spot right now, I'd say. I mean, he's got.
I think Nils is about to combo next.
Oh, is he ready to combo? Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't think he's hit a Fiend Hunter yet. I think the Fiend Hunter is what he's digging for. I can't see his bin. I see a Huntmaster in there, and I know there's an Angel. I know that he has a...
Is there Unburial Rights in there?
He has an Unburial Rights in his hand.
Okay.
He just cast a Farseek.
Is he digging for his combo now, or is he just trying...
He needs a Fiend Hunter to combo him.
Is that what Nils' deck needs to do, basically, is just stall to combo off?
He doesn't honestly, he doesn't have a whole lot of ways to stall against this. He can play his creatures and trade with him, but I think he wants to race to combo him because if he...
Because he's on clock right now, right? He's on a 3-turn clock.
David's deck is way more powerful than his as far as, you know, the battlefield position goes. He'll just die if he tries to trade with his guys. So he's getting in there for 7. And I think that puts Dills down to 5. So he's going to have to combo him this turn or he's dead.
And then
Master flips, which knocks him down to 3.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a Fury for 2. So Nils is at 1, and he cannot play spells this turn.
Oop.
Yep, he didn't. He's showing him that he cannot play spells this turn.
But he still gets the Angel out?
I'm pretty sure that Aurelia's Fury says you can't play spells this turn. Let's look that up. Hang on just a second, you guys. We're going to look that up. So he is in the process of comboing, but I don't think that it's legal. I think that Aurelia's Fury says that player can't play spells this turn.
That's what we get when we don't have a judge watching our matches.
Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate. Oh, boys. We could be wrong. Maybe it says instants and sorceries or something like that, but I think it says that player can't play spells this turn. Okay, Aurelia's Fury reads... Aurelia's Fury deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures or players. Tap each creature dealt damage this way. Players dealt damage this way can't cast non-creature spells this turn. So he played he cast the Angel from his hand. It says non-creature spells.
I wonder if he did. Did David main phase it?
Yeah, he did it. Well, he did it on his upkeep. So yes, it was on this turn, but the Angel is a non-creature spell, so he's good.
Oh, non-creature spell. Got it. Huh. We learned something new tonight,
We did learn something new. Yes, we did.
And it looks like he has most of the combo online, right?
Yeah, he has infinite life right now. Oh, no, wait, he didn't have a sack outlet. He just has a bunch of blockers.
And is that just pretty much a Band-Aid right now? That's not going to
Well,
stop?
okay, he's Searing Spears that, which means he's going to take 2. And see, the 2 Huntmasters put him back up to 5, so that'll put him down to 3. I was thinking about this list, and it seems to me like only 4 Cartel Aristocrats as sack outlets isn't enough. Because, for instance, most of them are playing the 4 Huntmasters, and that's not enough life gain. So they're going to play the additional, what is that, the 1-drop that gains you 3 life?
Oh, Sanctifier?
Yeah, it's Cathedral Sanctifier, just so that they can have 5 ways to gain infinite life. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, well, why shouldn't they have 5 ways to sack creatures too? So maybe a 1 of Falcon Wrath Aristocrat would be good. Of course, the Angel doesn't reanimate it, so... I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but I saw the Restoration Angel flicker the Huntmaster. So David does have another token that's not accounted for at the moment.
I think he lost the other token in combat, didn't he?
Oh, sure, he did. Yeah, it got chunk blocked by a wolf. There's the Faithless Looting. We are digging for a Cartel Aristocrat. There's the 7.
Another Angel.
For another Angel.
And that's just to get blockers out.
Well, he discarded that Cartel Aristocrat to the Faithless Looting, so he's got combo online now. He'll go infinite. Gets back his Huntmaster. Another wolf gains 2 more life.
Somebody hit the camera.
So...
That's a lot of creatures on the board, dude.
That was pretty close. He stabilized at 1. And he's got him now. There's nothing that David can do about infinite life.
And I think he's explaining to him right now.
Yeah, this is the same deck that we saw play against Cameron's 5-color Mutilate last week. He's just going to sack the Fiend Hunter to the Cartel Aristocrat and continually exile his own Angel and bring back his Huntmasters and gain infinite life and infinite 2/2 wolves. And I believe that he was showing the camera that he stabilized at 1, and he was pretty proud of himself.
Good job, Nils. Way to stabilize. So what can David do at this point? Anything? Besides mill him out, I guess? He
has Searing Spears. If he would have saved that Searing Spear that he had before, he could, when he exiles his own Angel to the Fiend Hunter, he can put the trigger on the stack and Searing Spear the Fiend Hunter so that the Angel stays exiled. The problem with that is that he has 2 Angel of Glorious Rise now.
Oh, man.
There isn't a whole lot of interaction that he has here unless he has more Searing Spears. 2 of them in his hand would be all that it takes right now to stop the combo. Another good way of dealing with it is Orzhov Charm, because you can do the same thing. You put the trigger on the stack and Orzhov Charm the Fiend Hunter, and then the Angel stays exiled.
Of course, David does have some flyers. I wonder if he can take care of...
Well, I'm not sure why he didn't combo him there.
Oh,
maybe
so
he was expecting a Searing Spear, but I think David was tapped out. I don't know why he didn't combo him. Oh, because the Fiend Hunter wasn't exiling the Angel. That's why. Okay. Makes sense now.
So we're now back to just a straight-up aggro game.
Well, this block... that I wouldn't have attacked with that Boros Reckoner here. You got to stop him from putting that Fiend Hunter into his graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like that attack from Boros Reckoner. I don't think I like that attack at all, actually. What did you tap that mana for?
I don't know.
He doesn't have a Wolf Run in play, does he? Is that what's underneath the Rubon Crag? Yeah, he does have a Wolf Run in play. Okay.
Okay, so that means he Wolf Run.
He Wolf Run to kill the Angel, and now the Fiend Hunter's dead. And now if he has another Angel or an Unburial Rites, he's got combo.
Couldn't you just use Reckoner's Redirect to kill him? am I thinking wrong?
So this is another interesting interaction we have here. We have multiple Huntmasters flipping at the same time. So what happens is that it's just like when you cast spells, they use the stack. So the triggers happen at the same time, but the active player's trigger goes on the stack first. So both of Nils's Huntmaster triggers go on the stack, and then David's Huntmaster trigger goes on the stack on top of it. So then when we resolve the stack, you start at the top. So David's Huntmaster trigger is on top, so it resolves first. His Huntmaster flips and kills one of his Huntmasters, and then Nils can resolve his other Huntmaster trigger. It seems that David understands the interaction, but Nils apparently hasn't ever encountered it before. It's actually something that's really cool. If you are playing a mirror match with Huntmasters, you have to be the first one to cast your Huntmaster. Or I should say you always want to be the first one to cast your Huntmaster, because it means that you can pass priority first. You play your Huntmaster and then your opponent plays his.
You mean flipping, right? Not cast.
No, cast.
Okay.
You want to be the first one with a Huntmaster in play, because it means that you will have first priority to pass and let your own Huntmaster flip. And let them be the active player. You want to be in the driver's seat for that exchange.
Looks like a flashback of rights.
Umbrella rights
on Angel, and then there's Scoop.
Yeah, he concedes. So there was a whole lot of messing around for nothing there. He probably could have just showed him the unburial rights. Of course, I don't know.
Either way, we're gonna go to game 2, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, here we are post board. We're going to game 2. Obviously, David needs to bring in Graveyard Hate, and he has to shut down that combo. Blake, what would you do against David here?
Well, I wouldn't bring in Slaughter Games.
You guys didn't see in the video, but Nils brought in Slaughter Games.
I don't really think that Slaughter Games is a tool that you're going to be able to utilize right here. Oftentimes I think you're going to draw it and play it and then be like, oh, I don't know what to name. Because there's too many, the threat density is way too far for Slaughter Games to ever be effective. You know, you're going to name, like, I don't know what you're going to name, Thragtusk. You're going to name Thragtusk, and then he's going to be like, okay, you got my Thragtusks. And he still has, like, Angels plus Wolf Run plus, like, plus Huntmaster plus Boros Reckoner. You can't shut down a deck like this with Slaughter Games.
Not to mention the freaking Boros Charms. They could just go 4 Domia and ow.
Yeah, and I mean he's got the Cathedral Sanctifiers in his sideboard, so I think we're bringing in Cathedral Sanctifier and probably Naturalize. And if you just saw what happened there, that was a mulch, and he flipped a Naturalize off of it. So earlier Nils was talking about how he was playing Naturalize over Ray of Revelation now. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but it seems to me like if a Ray of Revelation was in his graveyard right now, he could kill
a little bit better off, right?
He could kill that ground seal right there. Whereas the Naturalize is not doing anything for him.
And that was pretty much a dead card, right, Blake?
If he was worried about Grafdigger's Cage, he could have done Ancient Grudge, which is the same as Ray of Revelation, except it destroys artifacts. I don't agree with the Naturalize. So we're going to see a Cartel Aristocrat, and so he plays a Cartel Aristocrat, says go. It seems like David he's missing this land drop here. He's going to play the Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, he's missing this land drop, so.
Oh boy.
I agree with his keep. He has two suitable answers to shut down his combo. Yeah. He's going to draw land, so there's a Huntmaster. We're getting in for 1 with the Cartel Aristocrat. Yeah, it would be unwise on his part to Searing Spear right here. Oh, he's Searing Spearing the Huntmaster.
That's probably the better play. Just get that bad boy over.
Land.
Woohoo! Is he going to take the 2?
Yeah, he's going to shock himself and play Huntmaster.
Is that David's plan? Just basically get power on the board and just overwhelm him?
Yeah, he's playing a mid-range deck. That's what they do. Mid-range decks spend time building up their lands, and then they just go ape shit.
I think David's in a pretty good spot right now. He's got double Thrag Tusk and Angel in his hand.
Yeah,
so.
he's sitting pretty fine.
Still amazes me at higher levels of play that the game is over so early. If you have the right cards and if you're playing well, or if you have a nice line of play, like the game's over and your opponent doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
I guess that's the part of the fun of Magic. But
well, that's one thing that I started noticing after a long time. You can tell when you're going to win a game and when you're going to lose it. You can just tell. I don't know if it's a gut feeling or whatever, but after you've been playing for so long, you feel like you're in control or whatever, and then sometimes it goes awry, and you don't get there. But there's another Huntmaster. It's one of the beautiful things I love about this card is it just keeps 2 for wanting them.
They're so hard to deal with. Well, I mean, they're not hard, but to deal with.
There's another Fiend Hunter. And we're getting in again. We're going to trade with the Wolf. Excuse me.
I'll edit that part out.
Oh, look at that. He is ripping land like a boss. Thrag Tusk!
Money card. Gaining 5 life. Would you skull crack that if you had it in your board?
Skullcrack can only target players.
Oh. Yeah, you prevent them from gaining 5 life.
Yeah, but you can't kill the Thrag Tusk. If you could kill the Thrag Tusk and prevent them from gaining 5 life,
God.
Skullcrack would be a card, but it is not. It is not a card, sir. Anybody who's playing with that in their sideboard is... I disagree.
Okay.
I'll say that. I disagree with Skullcrack. I thought it was really good the first time that I read it, and then my eyes went back and read it again, and it was like, oh, target player, and I was like, wah, wah.
Yeah, beat in, baby. Beat in. Come on.
It's a lot better against players that are playing Sphinx's Revelation.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still not good because you can't stop them from drawing cards.
Sure. Double Thrag Tusk. Nice.
If I'm David in this match, I really want like 100 copies of Aurelius Fury. So I can make him cast his angels.
He does have 1 angel in play, and I don't know if that's going to save him right now or not.
He takes the Cartel Aristocrat. Things are looking kind of gloomy.
We should have been keeping track of life in this match.
Well...
I'm assuming Nils is down, yeah? And David's at 30? Or...
No, not necessarily. David is probably at 30, yes, but he's just traded with those he traded multiple times with the Huntmasters, and he's just been playing Fiend Hunters, and life totals are still relatively untouched, but he's turning sideways. So he's just gonna chump block the 1. And
Does he want to?
Fiend Hunter has officially put him in an awkward position. He gives the Thrag Tusk trample, so Nils is going to take 9.
Doesn't he want his Fiend Hunter in the graveyard, though, for combo?
It's exiling one of David's Huntmasters.
Okay.
So it's putting him in an awkward position.
True, plus he has graveyard hate, so it doesn't matter right now. I guess I was assuming he can get rid of David's graveyard hate for the combo, but...
Not without Ray of Revelation.
Not happening right now, is it? David's just bringing the beats, baby. I think I saw... Did I see a Frontline Medic in there?
In David's hand?
No, in his deck.
Whose? Nils's?
David's. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know. Yes, you'll just have to tune in.
Seems like something you might want to side out in this kind of matchup if you did see one. No, there's a Rest in Peace, a Restoration Angel, a Huntmaster, and a Searing Spear. He's been holding on to that Searing Spear for a long time because he knows what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
If for some reason we get in a situation where Nils is trying to exile his angels, he is just going to say no. So, we know that we're getting desperate when Angels start blocking Thrag Tusks.
And then there's the beasts. Where are the beasts at? There's some beasts.
Charmanders. What's the other token?
No, get that thing out of
Another
there.
Charmander.
I think David's just rocking Charmanders tonight.
At least it's not a random stack of multiple different Pokemon. It's like somebody was desperate. Pick one! Pick one and use it. Why do you have 15 different Pokemon?
It makes my job a little bit easier. Yeah, what is he salvaging for now?
He's just using it to draw cards, basically.
Just trying to hit Naturalize, I'm assuming, or any other...
Naturalize is going to go to the graveyard if you Grizzly Salvage. He's just using it to draw cards, trying to gain some sort of advantage. He's not out. He's not up a creek yet. Things are looking pretty gloomy though. I love. Was that an Aurelius Fury? Did he just draw an Aurelius Fury? So good. Just wish he had more lands in play.
I suppose we should talk about, though, too, that Nils isn't necessarily a combo deck in that it could still be an aggro deck, right? We kind of talked about that last week.
No, it's a combo deck. He's just got the Huntmaster backup plan.
Sure.
Is really all that it is. Because other than that, there's no real synergy between anything. You can use Fiend Hunters to get blockers out of the way and then turn sideways with Huntmaster, and you can still kill your opponent. But it's just one of the things that I love about that deck, because there's not a lot of combo decks that can just change gears like that. But this deck can do it, and it can do it fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that it has to build up to either. It can just change gears.
Yeah,
all of a sudden it's just turning guys sideways.
You're not going from aggro to control with this deck.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, there's another.
Oh, there's Bulbasaur. Also one of the greatest basic Pokemon ever.
So David's holding onto his Resto and Rest in Peace. I think he's... something got pointed out to him. But I still think he's sitting pretty well here. Nils is just kind of mulling over his options. He has plenty of land. Oh, God. So I think Nils' hand is empty right now.
Yeah, he's hellbent. Huntmaster flips. Ava's Huntmaster flips. Who's the active player? Must be David.
It's end of Nils' turn, yeah.
That must have been what got pointed out, because David just played that Huntmaster after he played his. That's what I said. You want to be the first one to play the Huntmaster.
Got it. I think I saw Slaughter Game. Or not.
It was a Boros Charm.
Sorry, Boros Charm, sorry.
Lots of dudes turn sideways, so he is blocking a Beast. And he's going to Wolf Run to trade. Ugh. He's in a bad situation right now. And then he's going to take 5, 6... I think he targeted the blocked Beast with the Wolf Run. And we're going to see a Searing Spear. Oh, Boros Charm for the win.
Nice.
Yeah. Turn 2, Ground Seal, followed by turn 4, Graph Digger's Cage, shut that deck down, and there wasn't anything that he could do about it.
And David just had a pretty good line of play, and he kept drawing creatures.
In certain matchups, you can play around that, but in a matchup like this, Naya aggro deck, there's just nothing you can do. There's so much threat density in David's deck.
Okay, let's go to game 3, you guys. Okay, here we go. Game 3. All the marbles online, Blake. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am super pumped. It's 1-1, and I really am rooting for Nils. He's our library of the week. I want this guy to pull it through,
and I really don't want that to become a curse, because then we get bad press off of that.
Yeah, sure.
So we want to show good games and good players and good decks.
Absolutely.
And for some reason, this last week just didn't work out very well.
Yeah,
but,
the mutilate.
Yeah.
Well, even I can't remember who it was. I think it was Brian Kibler. Told this story on Twitter this one time about how he was in a coffee shop. He was just getting a cup of coffee, and he was at some GP somewhere, and someone that knew him walked up to him and said, "Hey, you're Brian Kibler, right?" And Brian Kibler says, "Yeah." Yeah, I'm Brian Kibler. He says, "Oh, are you playing in the GP?" And Brian Kibler says, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, I bet you're doing really well." And he was like, "No, I'm 0-6." The guy was flabbergasted that Brian Kibler was 0-6, and he says, "Well, I'm human. We lose too, you know. And just because you're up 1 week doesn't mean that Nils went 4-0 with his deck last week.
Yep.
And right now we're watching round 3, and he is currently 0-3. So he hasn't won a match yet, and it's just the way that the metagame changes. You can't. It's unpredictability. It's variance.
Yep.
You can't always win forever.
Nope. That's part of the fun of this
And
game, too.
well, this game is fun, and it's not about winning.
No.
It's not. For me, it's different. It's about a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But for me, it's about building decks. That's my favorite thing to do. What's your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing is probably seeing a little bit of nerd rage or a little bit of nerd cry. When you have the nuts and they're like, "Oh, I can't do anything."
Sounds to me like your favorite thing is winning.
No. No, it's not even just in the winning part though. Too, it's like attacking for 10, and they're like, "Oh, I have to take 10."
Yeah,
It's just so much fun because you're like,
last turn you had 2 power on the board, and now you have 10.
I love the cards. I love the interaction. I love the mind games that you have to play with the other opponent and yourself.
Yeah.
At this level, and not that FNM's a GP level or anything like that, but there's still good players
It's competitive.
there. Yeah.
Okay, I want to see what he names with his slaughter games.
Okay.
What's he gonna name?
Back to the action. What is he going to name? Would you name Graveyard Hate, or doesn't matter?
I don't know. I wouldn't put slaughter games in against a deck like this. I don't know. His biggest threat is probably Thrag Tusk and Huntmaster.
Sure.
He might be able to play around the other cards.
Sure.
So I guess I would name probably Huntmaster.
What does Nils say? Huntmaster.
Really? Okay.
We told him
at least
that
at least he got some use out of it. That was probably the best card that he could name.
Well, I mean, he was getting beat in two games in a row by Huntmaster.
He has an Aurelia War Leader in his hand.
That's pretty awesome.
I haven't actually ever seen her played before. I want her to win this game real bad. You know what you can do? Aurelia and Boros Charmer.
Oh, God.
That's 20 damage.
Is she blinkable with Resto Angel? Like at the end of your turn, can you blink her again and have her enter the battlefield?
Well,
no, or not.
You wouldn't want to do that at the end of your turn. Besides that, it happens every time she...
Oh, he's got a second copy too. Sick!
It happens every time she deals combat damage, so... It doesn't have anything to do with the angel. Or enter the battlefield. It's not a 1/8/7.
Sure.
Oh,
okay.
His Huntmasters are gone.
But that made a lot of sense that David was ramping so hard early just to have mana for Fury. Or, the War Leader. Yeah.
What does she cost? 7? I think
6 or 7.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3 a red and 2 white.
I think it's 6, dude, honestly.
Or 6, that's what I meant to say. 3 a red and 2 white. That's 6.
Yeah, it is 6.
She's a 5/5 flyer. Right?
She's 3/4 flyer.
3/4 flyer.
Vigilance Haste. And then the extra attack phase.
There is a rest in peace. Oh, I thought Nils was going to scoop his cards up.
I would have short video.
No, I would not. I would not scoop at this point.
No, he's got plenty of outs, yeah.
Tons.
There's nothing in his graveyard. I mean, he can hit whatever he brought in for the graveyard hate. Nice.
There's Aurelia.
What up? That looked like a judge doing something fun, but whatever.
Oh, he was making sure that he had the appropriate land to cast it.
Because it is 2 red, 2 white, and 2 colorless, correct?
It's 2 white, a red, and a colorless. But he has 3 colorless. Sorry, he has 2 white, a red, and 3 colorless. So it was a good play. So that knocks him down to 10.
Oh, he's got Fiend Hunter.
Fiend Hunter is a suitable answer. It gets kind of awkward when you're trying to block with it, but if you're on the offense, Fiend Hunter is really good. So he has a Searing Spear. So I think here we just Searing Spear the Fiend Hunter and win.
Aurelia back. What up?
And win. Oh, I'm sorry, he gained 3 life. Oh, he has Wolf Run for 3.
Absolutely, he does.
This game should be over.
Oh,
it's not over. I'm confused. Oh, you said 3/4 flyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but she's 5'5". Yeah, definitely.
So he took 6 and then 12 and then 3. There's a concession. So that was pretty cut and dry. Nils didn't draw anything of any relevance. He had 1 Cathedral Sanctifier, and that was pretty much it that he played. So,
hey, at least we got to see some cool decks. That Naya midrange is really
good. I am really excited about this Naya midrange deck. It is on the up and up.
I'm very happy that War Leader found a home.
I am very happy that she is being played. She is a really awesome card.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of Fireman Angel, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I miss Fireman Angel. The original Fireman Angel.
Not the knockoff one.
Not the knockoff one that's terrible. The real Fireman Angel.
All right, guys.
So, he put in Rest in Peace and Ground Seal and Grafdigger's Cage. Not what I thought. And Nils put in Slaughter Games. Wah, wah.
And Natural Ice, okay. Yeah, I think Ray of Revelation was sort of a much, much better.
Yeah, I do think that if you're going to play this deck in the future, you should play Ray of Revelation, not Natural Ice.
So if you're watching Nils, switch up your sideboard, buddy.
He said he was going to play a different deck this week. All right, so next week we're going to be joined by Lars. And he's been playing blue-white-red mid-range control, whatever you want to call it, for quite a few weeks now. I think that's probably what he's going to be playing, but maybe he'll be playing something different.
We'll just have to see.
We'll see what happens. And then, I'm so excited to tell you that in 2 weeks, Lonnie from Nebraska will be joining us with
our
his
favorite Lonnie.
He's driving all the way here from Nebraska just so that he can be under the camera. And he's going to be piloting a stuffy doll deck.
Ooh.
So we are pretty excited to see what happens.
Oh my god. That's going to be hilarious, dude.
Yes, we are going to keep you on the seat of your pants.
I hope I don't have to play him.
Until then. I'm Blake.
And I'm Biggs.
And thanks for joining us.